We're doing it. The computer says I'm live. That's exciting. So, on tap for us today, kids, we are going to speak to at least one landlord in Minnesota that has had her laundromat for sale on Craigslist and through a broker. She's got a nice 3,000 square foot location with hundreds of thousands of dollars in infrastructure, and she's operating the laundromat. She's frankly sick and tired of doing so. We had a brief discussion with her this week, very brief, and she said, I need about $1,500. Yeah, you're doing the math correct. It's about 50 cents a square foot. Now, don't start thinking to yourself, woe is me, I wish I lived in Minnesota. I wish I could do something like that, because you can. There's nothing stopping you. You're sitting in your skivvies eating Cheetos watching YouTube. I get it. If you're here because you want to see what silly t-shirt I'm wearing, want to watch me or listen to me scream at landlords, I get it. There's some entertainment value here. If you're new to the channel, great, thank you. 30 of you on here, it means the world to me. I don't need 300 or 3,000. 30 dedicated folks that want to do this. We're all in this together. Jump into the chat and ask your questions if you would. I will get to those first. Then we will get the landlady on the phone after we get the client on the phone. How do you become a client? Very simple. Click the link in the description, grab my silly course. I shouldn't say that early on. There's a magic to this. This is a juggling dance. I don't really care about what I should or shouldn't do. I want you to get the proper education. The last time we added to my silly streaming video course this week. We're constantly updating it. I'm the guy that not only had the stores, the locations, but understood how to do it the way that I did, absolutely free. I would never pay for a laundromat. I'm not going to pay for the business rights, nor should you. Let me give you the whole secret here. Coin laundromats exist in leased space. You have a guy paying rent on the pizzeria, the nail salon, the ice cream parlor, the laundromat. We want to lease that laundromat. Take everything that they are doing wrong and fix that shit. The preponderance of it is equipment. But you can't simply plug in new equipment and do well. You have to advertise. Does that scare you? Oh God, I don't know how. Word of mouth is great and you can wait until it comes, but you've got to advertise. You can do it for free. Everything I'm talking about is in the course. Let's do this real quick. Let's go into the course itself. It's called Cleaning Up in Laundromats. And let's go through some of the most recent comments. Let's go, Danny, says Mr. Lamba. Okay, let's go. I appreciate that. That's kind of you. As part of maintenance and keep up, do you treat your water with a process to get rid of the scale and other material in the water from the city before the water goes into your machines? I wrote, nope. Someone else said, good question. Okay. I don't see it as necessary. If you own 36 locations, how do you tend to them twice a week to collect coins, bills, etc.? That is 72 visits per week, aka 4 locations per day. Thanks, Carl. Thank you, Carl. Someone else made a funny comment about 30 change machine per each. This is a problem that you want to have. When you get in a position, if you own a barber shop, well, let's back up. If you're a barber, you're standing on your feet making money. That's the end all be all of your life. Your goal might be owning that barber shop, so you do it. You buy it out from the previous owner, or God forbid, you build one from scratch. Now you own a barber shop. You're collecting money from all the chairs and your personal experience and cutting hair. You know what your goal should be? To have 36 barbershops, because now you have systems in place where you're not the one trading your time for money. That's all very simple. I talked to Joe today, working on his 5th free laundromat. You do things differently. When all you're doing is collecting the cash, it is well worth your time. Then we go into, what do you do when you vacation? Oh God, don't get me started on that word. Live the vacation. The cash is disgusting. How about what the banks do to you when you bring in cash? That's a whole nother conversation. They don't want it. It's preposterous. After watching probably 30, now guys, these comments are inside of my course. They are private. They're not public. Anyone in the course can see them and read them. And so I'm bringing you a little glimpse behind the curtain. After watching probably 30 or so of your live calls on YouTube, that's what we're doing today. My wife and I are sold on the idea and getting into the coin laundry. Thank you for all of those inspiring and sometimes hilarious calls. Thank you, Sebastian. So excited to have bought the course. My wife and I are going back to the U.S. after 3 long years, ready to get our minds blown with your content. And then he says, and he doesn't say anything else. I hope you're okay, Sebastian. I don't know what happened to your comment there. If the attendant is only there from 6 to 6 a.m. to p.m., but your store is open till 12 a.m., does that mean you have to close the store yourself before going to 24 hours? No, your attendant will do it. There's an entire section on how we use contract attendants. Again, that goes back to only collecting money. I'm not a drawing board guy. I don't sit and wonder how I'm going to do things. I fix the problems in my head normally when I'm trying to fall asleep at night or when I'm in the shower. So, your contract attendant is getting a free business doing the wash, dry, fold. And it doesn't make sense to you now, but when you find the right one, it will. By the way, why would you close at midnight? The minute your store is ripe for 24, you go 24. Andrea says, hey, Danny, I finished the course and I have to scout stores early mornings, evenings, or on weekends when I do my other inspector work. Okay, she's Inspector Gadget. I run a fingerprint background business during the day. That's awesome. I'll definitely reach out ASAP when I'm not waiting on saving up, etc. I'll figure it out and go, by the way, I live in Phoenix, West Side, 25 years, etc., etc. Andrea, you own your own business, if I'm hearing you right. So this thing needs to be consuming your free time. Those of us who are serious entrepreneurs, I can't even spell the word entrepreneur, but it's something that lives in your heart. If this isn't a job, by the way, if you're traveling, every time you're moving from place to place, keep your eyes peeled. You will see tons of laundromats. Finished course has, okay, good for you. Loving the info so far, Danny, says Craig. He just started watching the course. Thank you, Craig. I thought this would be fun to jump into these guys. I hope you appreciate it. I just read the other comments and I have the answer. That was a good curveball. Okay, I don't know what he's talking about. Thanks for punctuation. I thought we were supposed to try to get the old numbers so that anyone that has posted on their fridge would call you. Also, phone that rings in the store for your attendant. Did I miss something? Warren, I don't know what that is about. Oh, I didn't realize I could click on more than one answer in the quiz. Now I know. All righty. Well, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Now to you louts, everybody that's here on the live, hello, welcome, congrats. We have 2 calls to make. We're going to get our friend Chu on the phone. He is the client. Then we're going to call the landlady, and she's going to give up the ghost on the store. To you guys, Ian says, I get so excited to catch these live. So do I, Ian. Welcome aboard. Jack says, as do I. Look at you talking amongst yourselves. One of my pet fucking peeves. Hey, Danny, no question this time. Just here to see you do your magic, says JN. I know you don't like small talk, but did you get your hands on the 007 Rolex? Working on it. Have a handshake from a guy, and it is looking good. Greetings from the Netherlands. It's Aldrin in the Netherlands. Hey, Aldrin. Wade says, hey, Danny. I say, hey, back. Getting course this week, already scouting. Good, Mike. Mike, when you see the course, you will know exactly what you were looking for and what you were looking at. It's going to be a fun dichotomy because once you see it, you're going to go, I was in all of these laundries and I wasn't really sure what this meant or what that meant. What does a payphone mean? It's my favorite. There are still payphones in laundromats, kids. Zane says, get the course, kids. Look at him. Hello, Danny. This is Fabio. Just purchased your course. Having fun learning. Thanks for your time. Thank you, Fabio. Thanks for the picture in the background. And love the family. I think you sent me a picture of you guys at Disneyland, the world's most expensive place. Lumberjack Landlord says, I was scouting some locations. I have come across machines called Millinox. You're making that up. I'm sure you know them as well as anyone interested in your feedback on them. I don't have any opinions on equipment. It's all the same. All the patents have run out on washers and dryers 30 years ago. They're not doing any R&D. There are no men in white lab coats trying to figure out how to do a load of wash with a half gallon of water. They don't perceive it as a problem, guys. The equipment, it's all the same. And they hate me for saying that. Ebony says, hello, I'm new. Will the course work for New York on all 5 boroughs? Get her, guys. Come on. This works everywhere. You're new. I get it. Enjoy 650 YouTube videos or just jump in. And this isn't a big sales thing, guys. I just want to catapult all of you to the finish line. I really, really do. Ian says there's a laundromat in the middle of nowhere in a fish camp. It's the only laundry within 45 minutes. It's a total dump. It's been around for 2 years. Is there any way to determine market support? No. Demographics are voodoo. I don't know why you would want a laundromat at a fish camp. You probably don't. Ian, you also have my cell phone number, so it's kind of odd that you jump on these lives. Very personal thing to say, but I don't know why you don't text me the questions. When you get on a consultation with me, you have my cell phone number for life. Don't be afraid to jump in my shit. If I don't have an answer, it's rare. Why would you want a laundromat in the middle of nowhere at a fish camp? Nathan says, I went out, looked, and saw a place with 24 top loaders, 14 single tumblers. Looked fairly small, but about 1,400 square feet. So 25 washers is our cutoff. You have to have a cutoff. Nathan, you don't want that store. You don't want it. The reason why the comments get cut off is BC. YouTube only allows so many characters. Okay, thanks. Adventures with Steven. Hi, Steve. How do you deal with people that don't belong in laundromats? All of that is in the course. You stand up straight and smack them in the puss. There's a lot of ways to deal with it, but you don't live in fear. Everything from the way that you post your signage to the way that you communicate with police. I can say one thing, wanted posters. When the knuckleheads pull some shit, we print wanted posters, really to let all of the real consumers know that we are on top of things. Wow, look at that clear 4K image. This laundromat owner is on top of things, and they call the guy the scumbag coin stealer. I don't know, we give them funny names. It's not for the knuckleheads, it's for the future knuckleheads and the consumer. It's time, energy, effort. Does 7-Eleven and Circle K have a policy? Yeah, let them steal the 6-pack. Let them leave with it. Our policy is very different. Joe Kling. Hi, Danny. Hi, Joe. Milners are utility hogs, but when they're in use, customers like them. It's better if you retool with the increased business will pay your note. Here you are talking amongst yourselves. Zyfirm, amazing camera. What camera? Hey, Danny, Seb here on my second run through the course, moving back to the U.S. in 4 weeks. We'll be scouting in California. Why California, dude? You said you're coming to America. Calls next Tuesday, Danny. Let's effing go. Let's do it. Mr. Sutton, what happens to cash laundromats when the U.S. economy goes 100% digital currency? It never will. It never will. Jeff says, just purchased the course. All right. Okay, as I do, I'm going to put some X's across so I know where I've stopped in the comment section. Don't let that stop you guys from jumping into the comments and commenting and asking questions that arise about life or gold and silver, Rolex watches, but mostly laundromats. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of what we're doing here today, shall we? We shall. Little dialing music, Paul. Shoot. Now's where you subscribe. Every time the phone rings, you subscribe.
Hey, Danny.
Yo.
Hi.
Are we both on the phone?
I'm off work now.
That's great. You must feel so good about that.
Freedom. Let freedom ring.
So you have me on speakerphone? That's horrible.
Okay. I'll just talk to you alone.
No, I don't mind having the wife on board. Okay, so I see that you are in the document that we share. Now, this particular store, we weren't sure of the square footage. You went back, it's 25 by 120. That's about 3,060 square feet. Nice, good sized location. Tell me, what is the history of the store? What is the current condition? What is happening there?
I don't know too much about the history of the store, but the condition us being in there didn't look too good. There was a weird smell in it, but the ceiling looks like it was peeling, and there's a ton of tapes on the machines. But I just found this on Craigslist, so I thought I'd just give it a call. I didn't know what was going to happen.
So you located the store on Craigslist.
Yep.
And she had the address published?
She had partial of it, but in Craigslist, there's a corner where you can map it. And I start mapping it, and then I found it. So it's like about an hour drive away from us.
Okay. Now, understand that I do not endorse looking for stores for sale and then scouting them, because you found a store for sale. It's not hard to find stores for sale. The disposition and history of the laundromat does not matter. If there is a filthy, nasty, disgusting laundromat on the street corner, we want to take it over, talk to the landlord, not purchase the business rights, not give them money for the equipment, and retool it. Good debt, getting into good debt, making money day one. Okay, we understand that. In your case, you found it because you were sitting probably at work doing your TPS reports, typing out laundromats for sale, and you found one. What was the sale price?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? How long ago was this?
Just recently, but I didn't put it down.
Was it $1 million?
No, it's probably in the six figures, but I couldn't remember.
All right, I will let that pass. You didn't screen cap it. The Craigslist ad went away. Both, all of the above.
Yeah, I went back to go find it again the way I did it. The other two that I saw was there, but that one's gone now.
Okay, so who's trying to sell the laundromat?
It looks like the owner. That's how I was able to find.
Don't use the word
number.
owner. I don't know what that means.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did say that. My apologies. It looks like the landlord.
The landlord, who is also the operator of the laundromat.
Correct.
Her name happens to be Anna. How did you find her number?
I was searching her on the property county, and then I Googled it, and then VIN number was telling me that we gotta call a vent the number. So vet the number, and then I just give it a call, and she said she was a landlord and an operator.
Well, we know that we have the right number, but the point is, I'm just wondering, for the cheap seats, you had the address from the Craigslist ad. She gave you a partial address. You were able to dig your way in and find it. Now, do you want to own a laundromat an hour away from your house? Oh, it got quiet.
Yeah, I mean, I do, but I would prefer it to be closer, but I don't mind.
But it's not closer because you went on the computer and you started looking for laundromats for sale instead of driving around, finding every laundromat in your neighborhood and beyond. I hope you don't live in a neighborhood with a laundromat. I hope you live better than that. But this is what I discussed, chapter 1. Where should your store be? Now, I hear this pause when I say to you, you want to gross $50,000 a month in a 3,000 square foot store and drive an hour? What's the answer to that question?
I mean, the answer is no, but on our previous
All right, why are we calling her?
Well, on our previous phone calls, we discussed that we live in too small of a town. And so our best chances are to go just a little bit further.
Well, I agree. I'm not hearing a resounding yes. I said, you're going to be putting tens of thousands of dollars a month away in your bank account in cash. So an hour is not a big deal.
Right. And that's what we had discussed before. We said even 2 hours would be worth the drive.
Ideally, the store would be a block away, but that's not realistic for you. I get it. I'm not concerning myself with this. You'll have contract attendants in place. All of this is going to fall into place. First and foremost, the lease rate. What's the nearest major city to this laundromat?
Rochester.
Yep.
It's about 30 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, Anna's waiting for the call. We have, she seems like a cool lady. She likes to use the word cool. And at the end of the day, we need to drill down on a long-term lease so that you guys can get this place up to snuff. She's all about it. Now, this is a strip mall?
Yep.
Okay. What else is in the strip mall so I know the makeup of the mall?
A Snap Fitness, I like that. That's 24 hours.
There's a card trading shop. There is a couple restaurants, Mexican restaurant, pizza place. There's also a pet cleaning shop.
Okay.
So pet salon.
How many of these businesses does our landlady run that you're aware of?
Ooh, I'm not aware of that.
Okay. So we don't have that info. Nothing blatantly looks like it's hers, though.
Right.
Okay. If you guys are going to have barking dogs or explosions or the police are going to kick in your front door, you can mute your phone. Let's call Anna up. Here we go.
Okay.
Now's where you subscribe. We're all doing this together. Come on, Anna.
Please leave your message.
Okay, even though I texted her and said that we were excited to talk to her, when I called her just now, she hit the automated "can I call you later" button. And that's a big negative. So let's push her into a conversation by calling again. Here we go. Pressure. You know what? The Me Too movement is against that. Answer your phone, Anna.
Please leave your message for
Okay. She's hitting the "can I call you later" button. That seems to be her thing. And let me formulate the perfect text. My day is shot. I prefer talking now. Send. Shall we sit and wait to find out what happens? This is the preponderance of what I do with these landlords. Now, I don't know what she's doing. Maybe she's driving. Perhaps she's wanted by the police or she's on an illegal green card. I don't know. I'm not going to make assumptions. Maybe she's washing a dog at the place next door to the laundromat. I don't know. But everything you do every day, all day is a negotiation, whether you're going to get a kiss goodbye in the morning or get a raise at work or get this person to answer. If she's able to hit the "can I call you later" button, which she did twice, then why not pick up the phone? I'm doing it again. Plus, we're all raring to go and get this done right now. Here we go. Come on, Anna. Welcome to my world. It's exciting, though, when you subscribe. You better not hit that button again. What an annoying bastard this guy is.
Please leave your message.
Anna, it's Danny. We're excited to get this done. Text me when you have a minute. Let's get on the phone and get this place leased. All right, I'm done with you two. If she texts me back or whatever it is that she's doing, she's able to hit the "I can't talk" button. So hopefully she has another one set up for "I've been kidnapped. I can't pay the rent. Please help." She reaches back out. I'll get you back on the horn.
For sure.
Bye. Welcome to it. Let's get to you guys. We'll see what happens. Love your live, says Sergio. In January, are you going to have another event in Vegas? Maybe. I always say never again, and then I end up doing it. What's a head cleaning business? Like shampoo, a salon, a dog cleaning business? I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. Joe, did what's his face text you back? Do we have a chance? Let me know. As promised, we have a couple of different clients on the line waiting to return calls. So let's flip over from Minnesota to Texas. Call our friend Garrett. Just you and me. Just doing the thing.
Hey, Danny.
Yo.
How's it going?
It's going.
Yes, sir. Hello?
Hello?
Sorry, my phone broke up for a second.
Don't be
Yes,
sorry.
sir. How can I help you?
All right. So we have a landlord who is also an operator, correct?
Yes. Let me log in real quick so I can take notes.
What is this gentleman named Ahmed? What else does he do? Do we know? What does he do to make money? Because he's not making money in this laundromat.
So I had a commercial realtor friend of mine reach out to him. He buys little shopping strips exactly like this one, where it's like a convenience store on the right or left, and then T-Mobile or Boost Mobile store, or little retail or centers. So he owns
that's
properties.
pretty telling, because look, when a serial landlord takes over a strip mall and there's, I don't know, a dentist's office in there, right? But the dentist, for whatever reason, failed, left, had a heart attack and died, God forbid, and he leaves the business intact, right? The shingle is
Yes,
still
sir.
hung out. Dr. Prentice, the painless dentist, there's all the spit sinks and the drills and 400 copies of kids' toothbrushes to give out, right? It's all there.
Oh, yeah. And they're not just going to take over.
Why wouldn't Ahmad just go in and say, well, I'm a dentist now. How hard could it be? Let's go.
Well, logic tracks.
You should.
Yeah.
Nail salon, that's not hard. We'll just take it. That's the thing about laundries, dude. These businesses are the profound thinking is that they are so easy to run and so turnkey, absentee, money-making cash cows, and they are, when you know how to do it. When you understand the only thing you should be doing is collecting money. Ahmed decided.
Makes sense to the layman.
Ahmed decided, I'm going to run this place. How hard could it be?
Yeah.
So you found the store by scouting in Houston, and you found Ahmed how?
I was unable to find his information by going into the next store. Nobody would give it to me, so I had to resort to Google.
Tell me how you did.
Yeah, well, I had to resort to Google.
Okay.
And when I found his information, the same number coming up over and over again on Google, I had a commercial real estate friend of mine call the number and confirm that he is the owner of the store. So,
the operator and the landlord.
And the owner, yeah, the operator and the landlord, correct.
So we don't think that he has a JOB. We don't think that he clocks in. We don't think that he's has an Esquire after his name and he's a lawyer. He's a real estate guy.
I actually suspect, because I walked into the convenience store next door, I suspect the guy behind the counter is Ahmed.
Okay. So we got a guy, and this happens. This is the thinking in some cultures. You have to work behind the counter to watch the money.
Yeah.
I have dealt with confirmed, in my 20 years doing this, I had a guy tell me he was worth millions. And then he had to pause. Excuse me, that'll be $250. Yes, your change is $199. He's literally in a convenience store making change. I later found out that truly that guy was worth millions.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe he was just working a shift. In most cases, it's 10 hours a day, 17 days a week. So we've got his number. We've confirmed that it is him. What else am I missing?
The notes I have here, all I know, I tried to walk next door to get the information. Nobody would give anything to me. And then, that he is the operator and the landlord.
Okay.
Oh, and that, I can't believe I didn't add this. I'm going to type this up right now so you can read it here. That he actually just recently acquired this particular, it may have been a year ago, but he is the newer owner of the building.
Now, we know that I called him and I spoke to him, correct? We're calling him back.
You did. We spoke yesterday and he said to call back tomorrow for some reason.
How much does he understand of what we do, how we do it, why we do it? How much of that came out?
You gave him your spiel about how you've been doing this for 36 stores.
Don't speak Yiddish.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so
I hear you do it the whole time.
he gets it, and he said what? What did he say? None of this is in the notes. What did he say?
He didn't seem like he was receptive. He sounded like he was right in the middle of chores or errands, and he asked us to call back during normal business hours.
During
I
normal
wrote
business
down notes there.
hours. Well,
Yeah.
here's my take
Yeah.
on that. From the very beginning, you need to realize that the word landlord makes them the lord of the land. I don't go for it.
Mhm.
I don't care if they have a
Mhm.
million square feet and you're just trying to put your pigeon shop in. Don't treat them that way. Call me during business hours. Okay. Well, I'm calling him now. What time is it in
Yeah.
Texas?
5:50.
Yeah, good. Screw him. Here we go. Then we're going to call Anna back. It's all entertaining. Did you subscribe? Come on, Ahmed. Hired actors. Hired actors who don't answer their phones.
Please leave your message.
I'm a firm believer in curiosity killing the cat, so let's call him again. If he's a real estate investor, there is no walking at 5. Let's go. Come on, Ahmed. Maybe he's watching YouTube right now. I am constantly astounded at the work ethic of people, or lack thereof. It's money calling, dude.
Please leave your message for.
No dice. So, at the end of the day, this particular individual, the phone is ringing and going to his generic numerical voicemail. So he sees the number. He says, so next week we'll call him during business hours. If he texts or calls or sends a carrier pigeon between now and then, I will let you know. We will get back on the phone with him day or night.
Great.
All right. Bye.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Thank me when I do something, for the love of God. I'm texting Anna. Hi? Question mark. Let's go straight to her number and see what happens if we can't get her on. And then I'm going to get back to your texts and questions. Joe says that his landlord didn't get back to him, so nothing there. I'll get to your questions. Jump in and ask, guys. I want to get some action here. Not just me and the client and you, but the real diabolical villains here, these evil landlords. Come on, Anna. I'll show you how I get the client on second when this works this way. There's also a certain amount of desperation in calling someone constantly like this, but I want to do it for you. No. No. Try again here in a minute, but back to you kids. Love your lives. Thank you. If you don't use Danny's machines, you're getting bed bugs and fleas. Tell your neighbors before they start scratching. Don't know what that means. That might be a funny joke about laundromats. I don't know. Haha, good job, Darren. Hello from North Carolina. Hello, Nikki. The rich guy giving out change doesn't want to be home with the wife. True. Everyone has their motivation, don't they, guys? Hello, Hollywood calling. There you go. If you have queries and you would like to jump on with Danny D'Angelo himself, please do so. right now, go into the live. If I don't get a text back from this young lady, we're not going to have that much fun. I've thought often about doing a regular standard show, if you will, where I bring several clients on and we make the calls. We don't always get the other side to cooperate. We don't always end up with the landlord, the important factor, answering the phone. To me, that's a loss. Maybe I'm wrong. I want to get that it factor. Let's face it, we edit these down to short 60-second videos and you got people screaming at each other. That's how it all begins. What age were you when you bought your first laundromat? Jeez. 30, 31. I don't even know how old I am now. Chris says, I bought your course. I emailed, but no response. Lie. That is a lie, Chris. I answer my emails 3 times a day, even if it's in my junk. Send me another email right now, Chris. Impossible. I feel confident in saying that because I'm not going to apologize for not having answered your email. I didn't get it. If you're in the course, you can go into the course comments, and that's one thing, but I will happily answer your email. Send it again now, please. Danny at freelaundromat.com. I'm beating this dead horse. Thank you, Chris. Because I want, well, you can ask here. You can watch my lips move and me tell you the thing, unless it's personal. Beating this dead horse because I really want to get this young lady on the phone. We made a thumbnail and everything. Come on, Anna. Let's try again. Desperate. I'm desperate. Desperately want to make love to a schoolboy.
Hello?
Anna, you're alive.
Thank you. I just got into the parking lot.
Oh,
I was driving and
okay, well, good for you. You have to be careful. We don't want you to get hurt. I can't do 2 things at once either. Good. Do you want me to call you back in 1 minute when you get into the store?
No, I'm fine.
We're
No.
good? Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, good. All right. My wife is calling me. Stay where you're at. Don't hang up. Stay there. Hold on. It's a fib. It's a white lie. What do you want from me?
Hi, Danny.
Anna's on the line. Here we go.
Okay.
Anna. Anna.
Yeah,
Hi.
I'm here.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Nothing drastic. Okay, so we went by and we measured the store.
Wow.
And it's easy. We want to sign a 15-year lease and give you a rent check.
That's great news.
It is pretty good news. How did you? So you own the strip mall, right? And you've got this myriad of businesses in there, and the laundry. Did you? I don't want to make any assumptions, and this is really not my business. But it's also not personal. Did you pay for the laundromat, or just buy the whole building?
Interesting. Hey, how you did your homework and how you know I own the strip mall?
It's public record.
Oh, yeah, but public record is not my name. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to, everything fine. Well, this Laundromat is not mine. It's not my cup of tea either.
Right.
But
I know. I
we
get that.
purchased the strip mall. Purchased the strip mall then the renter, the owner of the Laundromat, and Ken, he don't want to continue to own it.
Hmm.
So he sold his business to us,
Oh, okay.
as well as the partial strip mall. I want to say he owned 2 units in the totally 8. So
this guy had he owned the strip mall previously to you, or just the laundromat?
no, he owned this strip mall has 2 different lots, and he owned 2 units, which that's 2 units on one parcel, and the other 6 units on another parcel. So he owned the parcel, the land, the building, and the laundromat, and he want to sell it. So he want to retire. He is retired. I'm interested about the partial. I'm not interested about the laundromat.
Right. I'm still not I'm still not getting the answer to the question. So the guy who sold you the strip mall also ran the
Yeah.
laundromat. He was running it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But you didn't pay for the laundromat per se. You paid for the strip mall.
I did.
You did. So
I
you gave
did.
him money just because it was a laundromat. Oh, well, I'm sorry about that.
No, just because of that's location, I want to combine the whole location.
Well, I
I
don't
was
want to
thinking to
hear
get the
I don't want to hear what you paid, and I hope you understand we are not offering to purchase the laundromat. We are not going to try to run it the way that it is. We are interested in the infrastructure that is there. It's already
Are you related to another mister?
to another who?
You know, another gentleman who owns a lot of laundromat, and he is he owned laundromat in the city, in a couple of other southern Minnesota,
No,
and he live in Iowa.
no,
He want to buy this laundromat
no.
to do exactly same thing like what you're thinking.
How could someone
Because
who
he
lives in
owned-
Iowa run a laundromat?
Because he live in the Iowa, he go to the north to collect all the money every 2 times per week. He want to stop by here on the
Okay.
way.
That's
in
not
and
going to
the
work.
Way back.
That's not a real thing.
Okay, talk about what's your real thing.
Yeah, that's not a real thing. You can't. People can try to run. Look, here's the bottom line. You own the strip mall. You are a landlord. Good for you. We want to get you back to landlording. We want to hand you a rent check. We don't want you in there sweeping the floors. You've been running the store, Anna. You know that it is not profitable the way that it is. You know that you spent money on it. And what we want to do is give you your money in the form of future rent, period. You understand that the laundromat is not going to look like it does now. We're going to have Hips, Speed Queen, Wascomat, American Dryer, Dexter. Every single distributor will be in there day one, minute one, giving us pricing for new equipment so that we can get this place operating successfully. The biggest problem with us is the parking, because we're going to stuff that parking lot, especially on Saturday. Sunday. I hope you're ready for it.
Have you done your homework completely?
Yeah, what does that mean? You don't believe that this laundromat can be successful?
No, I do.
Okay. I'm not sure.
The
answer is yes.
Hey, Danny, I don't want to I actually don't have opinion about the operate laundromat.
Okay.
Um,
Well, look, Anna, if it was making you $10,000 a month and you were spending an hour a week in the store, you would have slammed the phone down on me and said, "No, thank you. I love this business." But that's not the reality. So, to answer your question, have we done our homework? Yes, 100%. I know what it takes. We do coat drives in the winter. We do barbecues in the summer. This is going to be a very, very different laundromat. I'm not going to change the name of the store and call it Danny's Laundry because no one cares. They just want good working equipment and proper operating procedures. That's all people want. No one wants to be in a laundromat. No one wants to do laundry. It's not like a bar and grill where we want to have a friendly neighborhood feeling so more people will come in. We want them in
Sure,
and out in an hour and a half.
I understand.
Good.
I understand.
Good.
You know, your philosophy. I respect your philosophy. Bottom line, if this, condition work with your philosophy, great.
Well, yes.
If you're able to pay the rent, I'm sure you want to, but you
Sure.
do your math. If everything works, I'm happy
Yeah,
to
the
rent
only
this
difference
to
with
you.
us, the debt service on the new equipment. So I'm going to have this massive bill every
Right,
month.
yeah.
And
So
we're going to
that is the calculation. You need to do the calculation, and then you say, this is the bottom line. I can pay the rent, and if work for me, yes, immediately. If not work for me, I'm sorry, I couldn't do it because I need that rent to make a overall, a strip mall function.
Anna,
So I
what's
like someone takes away from me.
on a 15-year term, what's your asking rate?
I seems already told you that's what was.
Yeah,
And
I want to start with that and I
uh,
want to move forward with everything else that we need. $1,550.
with current condition.
Yeah, of course, current condition. Yes.
That's good.
Okay. So we're doing a 15-year lease at $1,550 per month.
Oh my goodness. I see where you are, huh? It's good for 3 years, but after 3 years it have to be a market rate. Or whatever the rate you think you propose.
Well, Anna, we're on the phone, you and I. You're the landlord, right? There's not another entity, a partner, your husband, perhaps, no one else that I need to converse with. Is that correct?
Let me take time think about it.
Okay. You can take all the
I
time in the
have
world.
so many people. I have so many people ask to take on this laundromat. Somehow, a lot
Anna.
smart people.
We're on one. Okay. I'm going to send you a letter of intent, ma'am. I'm not going to expect to have a lease drafted without providing my intentions. But first, we need to talk about what we need. You said $1,550 is good for 3 years. What happens in 3 years? What will the rate be then?
If we're able to do that, I think we have a great chance to continue cooperate to get the better, happy lease for you. If we're not able to do that,
Anna?
that's probably.
Anna,
Yeah.
I'm acquiescing to $1,550 for 3 years. You said that. I'm not going to sign a 3-year lease. You understand that?
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend
Annie,
$400,000. Hold on. I'm not going to spend $400,000 on equipment.
I want to say, now I just got back and I have a desk in my living room. I couldn't continue on the phone like this.
Oh, okay.
Can you send the information to me and then we can talk, the other time? I'm sorry. I have a guest come over. I went to
You have
the
a
city
guest.
airport. Yeah, the whole thing, I can't, they're calling me for dinner.
Oh, okay, I understand. Anna, when you want to lease this space to an operator who is local, who's looking to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and take this off of your plate, send me a text and we will get on the telephone. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you. Thank you, Danny. Bye-bye.
You can't make this shit up.
Hi, Danny.
Where are you in the notes in the document? Where are you?
We're
Page
typing it.
55.
Yeah.
Okay.
It pushed down.
Okay, guys. When she asked me, where did you get my telephone number? I'm screaming here. I'm typing, where did you get her number?
Oh, got it.
You're down somewhere a page down typing what's being said and everything else. Where'd you get her number?
I searched her up. I searched her up on Google after I pull up the property
I'm
information.
not asking how you got up and put your pants on in the morning. I'm asking how you got it. So you found it on a Google search. What was
Yep.
the aha moment? Where did you actually find it? Because every time I have a client put a number in front of me, I always ask two things. Where'd you get it? And what does it Google back to, right? Reversing it. If you got it from the pizza shop, I can say, Anna was a little irked, right? As nice and kind as she is, she was a little irked. Like, where'd you get my number? I'm not in public record. My number doesn't exist. Okay, Anna, I can't tell her because I don't know. So that's the disconnect. I'm not scolding you. I'm just saying it helps the process move a lot better when someone says, here's where I got the number. If it's a Google search, I just said it's public record, lady, which apparently it is. Okay, beyond that, Twilight Zone, right? She gets on the phone and she wants literally 50 cents per square foot to start. You've got an astounding lease rate. But a guest came over. She's in her living room. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're done.
Yep.
Some guy from Iowa reached out. I don't even understand what that's about. Is that her? Listen, this is a savvy woman who speaks at least 2 languages, okay? God bless her. She's running a strip mall. She's got equity. She's investing in property. She's got guests in her living room. Here's the point. Utter respect for her. Is this a game she's playing that some guy from Iowa called her? I don't know. I don't know who it is. Probably some fucking YouTuber. I don't know. What's your question now? What do we do next, right?
Right.
Nothing.
I was thinking that.
Nothing.
Okay.
We wait for Anna to send me a text because I gave her her marching orders. I'm not going to call. I'm not going to text. I'm not going to write her, period. Because we're going to take the wind out of her sails when it comes to the guy from Iowa or everybody else that's interested in this strip mall. Okay?
Got it.
You're looking at a phenomenal lease rate. The woman is at her wit's end. Maybe she has somebody interested in buying it. I doubt it. She admitted that she paid. I didn't want to hear the price. $50,000, $100,000, $150,000. She not only bought the strip mall, but she gave additional dollars for this business. Do we buy laundromats?
No.
No.
Never. She did. And she's feeling the pain because of that purchase right now.
Mhm.
Right.
You could hear her say, never should have bought it. Didn't know what I was doing. Don't understand. There was that weird, awkward moment. She said, have you done your homework? She doesn't believe this place will ever be profitable. She really doesn't. There's not some mega laundry across the street, is there?
There is one, probably like 5 blocks south, right off of that main street.
2 things. You need to do the search, find out where the other stores are, etc. Don't stick your head in the sand. Secondly, research that store. We'll call that landlord. You don't know that store's making money. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Okay.
You've hired me to do it. You guys are awesome. I'll let you know if Anna texts me. Goodbye.
Okay. Thanks, Danny.
Well, I'm happy because we got Anna on the telephone and I was able to placate my insatiable need to win. But she went sideways. She went goofy on us, didn't she? Weird. And I don't think everybody's bullshitting. I don't think people are lying to me. I don't. I think she has company that walked in. It's a little weird. It's a cultural thing, perhaps. No business is done in the living room. Okay. Understood. I'm not going to press her. hard enough, get her on the phone. Back to you guys, and then off we go. Danny even responds to text quickly. Sure, I do. If you consult with me, you have my number. One of the laundromats I scouted and have used several times, I've noticed clothes have a definite funky odor. What does this mean? They're not doing it right. That's horrible. Danny the goat. Thanks. I'm not a goat. Zane says, sure is. This guy's a master negotiator. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What is she calling you? I don't know. Public record is not my name. Yes. There's a laundromat that has, I believe, 30 dryers, and he believes 15 washers. She has a office that has a kitchen in it. I think it would be large enough. The machines are Dexter new. Okay, that's Chris. Chris, you better send an email and use punctuation. Mr. Who? The Mr. with the Rolex. I did the shirt. Jello-covered stapler, as seen in The Office. I think, okay, you like the shirt. Thank you. Yes. Inside Baseball. How do you know him, Fabs? Ha ha. These guys are talking amongst themselves. Yes, some bloke coming to collect money. Is she in China? I love when Danny says 15-year term. Since watching Danny, preponderance is now my favorite word. Preponderance, we need this on shirts. You guys come up with a good enough shirt, I'll print it. Anna got pressured and made up a lie. Maybe. Can't believe this is live. Why wouldn't it be? Most of my videos start this way. Wow. Can't make this shit up. I know. She was crying. I know it did sound like she was sniffling a little bit there. I don't know. I'm done with you guys. Preponderance. That is the word for today's video. So not in the top chat, not in the live chat, but in the video. As soon as I burn this down and I end the stream, everyone here, there's 89 people right now. All 90 of you, go over. Oh, yeah, everybody's jumping off. It's fine. Go over and comment with the word preponderance. Danny, the preponderance of your videos are astounding. However, comma, this one is the best. The preponderance of my high school girlfriends are dead now. I don't know. Use the word preponderance. Not here, but in the real chat. Why do we do it? Because it makes newbies that are watching this video not live, as it lives evergreen on YouTube. They love to read comments and like, what is this preponderance of things? Anna will fall. Anna will lease this space. But what I don't do is pressure these folks into it. 3 years? We're not going to sign a 3-year lease. We need term, and we'll get to that. Enjoy all 700 of my YouTube videos. I appreciate each and every one of you. Go preponderance it up. I'll be the first comment. Ciao.